That one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
The 7-Day Survivor trophy in Dead Rising is utter BS. Just ask anyone who has had the misfortune of attempting to try and unlock this dreaded trophy. You see, in order to unlock this trophy, you're going to have to survive 7 days in infinite mode, which puts you back in the mall with your health constantly draining until you die. So it's up to you to search through the mall to try and find food and supplies, all the while fending off against the zombies, bosses and other enemy types that will spawn, which you'll have to try and avoid or kill to get weapons that they drop, or hopefully more food, and somehow try and survive all of that for 7 in-game days. So you constantly have this threat of death ticking over you as your health is always whittling down. The zombies and soldiers in particular are even more of a threat in this mode because you run the risk of losing large chunks of your health before the timer would naturally decrease them, so that means you're at risk of not being able to find enough food in order to be able to survive for the 7 days if you start taking too much damage or eating food foolishly when you don't need to. And honestly, on the surface, that does sound like a really cool and interesting mode, but the problem with this trophy and this mode is that it will take you 14 hours of real time for you to beat it and survive those 7 days. And you can't save your progress at any point during this playthrough, so it needs to be done in a single 14-hour session where one wrong move or one bite too many could end your run at any moment. And the worst part of the 14 hours though is the fact that you'll probably only actually be playing the game properly for around 1 hour, as the remaining 13 hours will see you just having to leave Frank just standing idle somewhere that you hope is safe while you just wait for your health to slowly drain down on time. When Frank's health reaches the final bar, you'll then just want to eat some food to heal and raise up your health meter again, and then just repeat this process over and over, waiting again and again so you can eat the rest of your food until you run out of that food and then have to go back searching through them all to find more food, and then you just repeat this process over and over until you've eaten enough food and lasted long enough to get through the 7 days. So the challenge of this trophy is just literally suffering through the 13 hours of boredom as you attempt to unlock this drawn out and BS trophy.
But wait! There's more!
In DRDR, the new remake of Dead Rising for PlayStation 3, this trophy is different. If I was to say the original was a hard, long and dull slog, then the DRDR one is like a fast and breezy abridged version of the trophy. You see, while the mode's concept is still the same, you'll still need to survive the 7 days and your health is always going down, this version of the game includes a time advance mechanic, allowing you to fast forward time quickly at safe places like the toilets. This simple addition drastically cuts the length of this down from 14 hours to around 1 hour, as you now no longer need to just wait standing around idling in real time for Frank's health to drain. You can simply go to one of these time advance places, fast forward time and then stop when the health bar is at 1, which will just take you seconds. You could say it totally breaks the whole point of this mode and ruins the endurance aspect of it, but purist be damned, I do not care. This time advance mechanic is an absolute godsend, and if that wasn't enough to make this trophy easy now, they even added a suspend option, allowing you to save and resume a run mid-game. So think of it like how Returnal worked, where you can save your game and exit and close the game down. Though be warned, if you do it while you have the bike, it will despawn the bike when you come back, meaning you'll have to go back to wherever it was found and pick up another one, which is rather annoying. In short, the 7-Day Survivor trophy in DRDR is a very neutered version of a really extremely BS trophy from back in the day, and it's one that I never actually got, as I'd never played the original Dead Rising. I'd heard about this trophy at the time and the whole 14 hours thing, and it just totally put me off playing the game completely. So I'm glad that DRDR has changed the requirements and made it more accessible and easier, as it pushed me to try out this game, and I've ended up thinking it's absolutely awesome. And I really hate it when trophies put me off playing games. I don't want to be like that, but when I see some terrible multiplayer trophies, or I hear about a stupid, massively long grind like this one originally have, I do try and avoid those games. And I know I shouldn't let that stop me playing games, but as a trophy hunter, I need the trophies to at least respect my time and me as a player, and I had a lot of fun unlocking the DRDR version of 7 Days Survivor, and that is why that version of the trophy, and that version alone, earns its BS rating of